What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in Eastern Province of Zambia in Petauke district. Now in Petauke district, today something very different. I'll be interviewing a friend I have known for more than 20 years. We've known each other for more than 20 years, and this guy has done something very unusual. He is aspiring to be president of Zambia in the near future, and I mean he's dead serious. So he lives here in Petauke district. That's where he decided to launch his party, and I'll be interviewing him, asking him a few questions. So he is Kelvin Lwando. He is president of the Moro Eagles Party. That is the party he has launched from here in Petauke district. Moro Eagles Party. That is the name of his party. So I'll be asking him a few questions about the party. Yeah, that is the video for today. If you are new on my channel, please do me a favor, do subscribe, turn on bell notification, give this video a thumbs up. Okay guys, so let's get into the interview. I'll start by asking him about, we just briefly introduce himself, from his name and his dream. Let's get into the video. Okay, Mr. Lwando, welcome to this interview.
Thanks very much.
So please introduce yourself so that the people can know you, your full names and your marital status and your party.
Okay, fine. My name is Lwando Kelvin. I live right here in Petauke, in Hillside. I'm the president of Moro Eagles Party, which happens to be the first political party in Eastern Province.
Okay.
Moro Eagles, it's a family party. Moro Eagles is a family party and is spearheading family empowerment. And as you already heard, that is Moro. Moro simply means to have good conduct, have values, being honest, trustworthy, or simply to be content of what you have. As I've said, Moro Eagles is a family party. Me personally, as a president of Moro Eagles, I value marriages. I love marriages. I find it very difficult when I find that, marriages have been dissolved. So for this reason, if you look at, should be in 2022, over 685,000 marriages were dissolved in America. In our own Zambia, in 2022, 31,000 marriages were dissolved. Last year, 2023, we had over 36,000 marriages which were dissolved. That makes us not to be happy, because marriages, they are the cornerstone of every society. So for that reason, Moro Eagles, he wants to appreciate people that have been in marriage for quite some time. More especially, we are pushing for, if any family has lived in marriage for 5 years, we'll appreciate them by giving them a 500 kwacha. If they have stayed in marriage for 10 years, we'll give them 1,000 kwacha just to appreciate. 15 years, 1,500, 20 years, 2,000. That is for 20 years and above is 2,000. Just to appreciate them, because marriages, it's not easy to be in marriage. So marriage is a family, and we are looking at family empowerment. That means Moro Eagles is not going to use the formula even for CTF for cooperatives. We are going to use we are taking it as a family, as what? As a cooperative on its own. That means fertilizer, seeds, and like they are going to be given at family level or household level. There's nowhere whereby we start the way they have been doing, come up with an NRC, ABCD, and like you make a group. As a family on its own, it's a what? It's a cooperative. So everything is going to be done at a household level.
Okay. Now, from what you are just telling me, it's like you are really unique, something different, which probably has never taken place. Now, I want to ask you something. People may ask, why form Moro Eagles Party? Why form a new political party than to just join other already existing political parties? Why did you decide to form this party than maybe join any other party, either the ruling party, the former MMDPF, or many other new political parties?
Yes, joining them, it makes it very difficult. Moro Eagles is a Christian party, and we are using biblical principles, and we have talked of honesty, we have talked of integrity. I don't see any party as of now that has got integrity. That's why you see that even our democracy is deteriorating slowly. We are using biblical principles, which means there's the aspect of the fear of God. And the way we say Moro Eagles is unique, is very unique because what we are doing is totally different. That means if somebody wants to have change, I think this is the change that they need. Why we are not joining them? They are doing the same things even our colonial masters they were doing. Colonial masters were building schools, hospitals, bridges, same things that even UNIP were doing, MMD were doing, PF and the current government they are doing. But as for Moro Eagles, it has to be unique. We are starting from where? From the bedrock, from the basics. That means we have been told that anything that you start from the top is the grave. So as we are starting from at household level, we don't want to start from the top. We are starting at the household level. That's why we are a family party, which is also the next family. The next family also is the church. The church also, we have really struggled. I think some of us that have really been in the house of God, as pastors, as these governments, they just call us when there is fasting. When they are eating, they can't call us. So as Moro Eagles, we are using biblical principles, and they coming from Numbers chapter 18, and I suppose verse 26, where the Israelites, they were giving tithes to the Levites, which is to the church. So as per Moro Eagles, every 10% of Zambia revenue collection shall be given to the church.
And then also the other thing is we have many people who have started parties. We find that they'll start in Lusaka or maybe the Copper Belt province of Zambia. Why did you choose to kick off your political party here in Eastern Province, particularly in Petauke?
Okay, fine. These days, you may find that there are so many parties going on, more especially in Lusaka. There are quite many, but they lack seriousness. And they have seen in rural areas, that's where we have a lot of problems. There is rural migration. Everyone, when he finishes school, he would say, I want to go to Lusaka. Northern Province, complete school says, would want to go to Lusaka. Jobs are in Lusaka. So as the Moro Eagles, we are pushing for devolution of power. That means devolution of power. That means even provincial parliaments. We want provincial parliaments whereby MPs, they will be meeting in their respective provinces. That means Eastern Province, they are going to have their own parliament, Northern, Luapola, and whereby they will be meeting, discussing issues pertaining to their provincial economic activities. Then this time when we vote for MPs, we see them, it's just to disappear. And yet things are lagging where we are in provinces. I'll give you an example. Luapola, Northern, Western Province, they are considered as the poorest province. But why? We have no reason for Luapola to be poor. I think if not 60 or 70% of water in Zambia is in the Luapola province. So that's why we are spearheading that, there's devolution of power, whereby we have our own speaker in our own provinces. Have you seen it? Another thing, I would say, is like I said, we are unique in the sense that we are using biblical principles. In fact, as Moro Eagles, we wanted to have a federal government type. But there is the aspect of these days whereby if they have such kind of power, there are chances of them even a province that will say, us here we want to be homosexual. And as a president, there's nothing that I'm going to do. Hence we are using devolution of power. Because Moro Eagles does not support gayism. We do not support abortion. So for Moro Eagles, we are saying, if you are pregnant, you want to abort, please, we are begging you so that you just go and do it and deliver. And after you deliver, us, we are going to keep that baby. Abortion can only take place if the life of a woman is in danger. And that will take maybe 2 or 3 doctors, to be present to handle that issue.
Okay, and then, very deep indeed, very deep stuff, something which has never been heard of. And then I think I want us to come to the issue of spreading or growing this party. What strategy do you have to grow Moro Eagles party from Petauke for it to become a national party, a party that is going to be known nationwide? What plan and how long do you hope to achieve that one?
Okay, the system we are using is because if you sit down properly, we even at the Manawasa are lost even in the big cities, including Lusaka, even at State House. But they had gotten a lot of votes from rural areas. So that's what the reason whereby even us, that has been our strategy, whereby because rural empowerment is also our key. I'll give you an example for Copper Belt. Copper Belt has been used like a tissue. People even boast that money is made in the Copper Belt, but it's used in Lusaka. And if you go to Lusaka, that's why most of people, even more especially in Dola Lwanja, is their ghost cities. They have even run away to go to Lusaka. But as Moro Eagles, we will make them go back because we are thinking Dola should be the second capital city. We need another capital city in Zambia, which should be in Dola. And every money that is going to come from copper shall not leave Copper Belt. And everyone working in the mines is going to be paid in dollars, because their copper is sold in dollars. Not just to hear of dollars, but so that they are also paid in dollars. And mining, except these mines that are present as of now, as mining is going to be done by the government. We are not going to allow individuals, more like private companies, to go ahead with the mining issue. We have to take it up where we ended. Privatization actually has failed us. We would have reached at an advanced stage. That's why you find that even the youth, they have got no jobs. But if the government was the one that was, in charge of running the mines, the youth wouldn't have been complaining. Even here in Petauke, where we are, we have got a large expanse of copper reserves, whereby even us, we are thinking that we will start up a copper mining right here in Eastern Province. Because for Moro Eagles, that's the major employer is mining, more especially for the youth. Then seconded by what? By agriculture. And agriculture, we are coming from what? Difficult times. So we are looking at, for Moro Eagles, nobody's going to buy fertilizer. We are coming from very difficult times. We had issues of, load shedding, COVID, cholera issues, and like. So not need somebody again to buy fertilizer and the seeds. And what will determine, and that fertilizer they'll get them at family level. That means the number of fertilizer you need to get, what will determine the number of fertilizer and seeds is the how big is your field. You can take 20, 40 bags, 50 bags, depending how big is your seed, is your field. There's nothing like everyone 4 pack, 2 pack, 2 fertilizer, a beso, two what's this, or urea and like. That is for agriculture. And seeds, we want to use the seeds being produced by, our research institute. Why are they being paid for doing nothing? We have the research institute and they have been producing seeds. But all we see around is seeds being produced by private companies. What is the research institute doing? That's the challenge we have in Zambia. Most people, they are paid for doing nothing. And I've done so many surveys and censuses with the Central Statistical Office, now called ZAMSTAT, Zambia Statistics. What pains me a lot is like whenever I went to carry the research, mind you, I even did the research in Nawalia. Nawalia, for you to go there, it is a chopper that needed to take you there. But we went there with a Land Cruiser. And if you look at their housing, the rural pattern of housing units, they are in deplorable states. Most of them, they have been dying because they are living in the thatched houses. And the houses, they are not strong. So for Moro Eagles, we are saying, Moro Eagles, we are bringing, cement. We are bringing cement, the iron sheets, and the people to build. All we are asking them is to do what? Is to give us the bricks. If they are able to produce the bricks, cement and iron sheets, we are going to bring for them and build so that we build their houses. Moro Eagles wants housing units for all. That is our advert. And for national discipline also. Okay. Yes.
And then, on the same thing, I don't know where I missed it. I missed the point of how you are going to spread to maybe Southern Province. How are you going to penetrate Southern Province? How are you going to penetrate Western Province and other provinces of Zambia? The strategy you are going to use. Are you going to use media? Are you going to appoint people there, district chairman, constituency, whatever? What method do you hope to spread and go countrywide?
The formula is the same.
Okay.
As sometimes we don't even need to go there.
Yeah.
So like even in Sparta, I need to go there when they just said that tomorrow Eagles I started. He started calling in to say, even us we want this political party. Yes.
To be part of it.
But people, what they have been saying is the formula that we are going to use is we'll be going province, we'll start with provincial centers. growing our party through provincial centers, then provincial centers again going to at district level, provincial level, constituency level, up to ward level and the branch level.
I also want to hear more. Okay, thank you so much for that. And then I also wanted to know more things. What other things do you have which are so unique? I've heard about how you needed to empower a lot of people differently to make CDF so different. What other things do you have in your manifesto which is so different from what maybe other governments have done? What makes your party so unique, so different?
Okay, like for Moro Eagles, like agriculture. Agriculture, as we are going to split it in 3 categories, or 3 types, or 3 ministries, let me say.
Mm-hmm.
We have the crop agriculture, we have got livestock, and we have got fisheries. So for crop growing, that is ministry for crop growing. That ministry is going to be in Eastern Province. Livestock is going to be in the Southern Province.
Okay.
And fisheries, we are going to put it in the Lopura Province. Where there is water. Sure. And the uniqueness again about our party is about the devolution of party, whereby MPs should be meeting where they were voted, in the provinces where they are coming from. That means even in Lusaka, they are going to have our own assembly. Not whereby a country is being run by just few cabinet and the president. That breeds what? That breeds corruption. Like for example, you have an inspector general being appointed by a president. To me, that is corruption. The chief justice being appointed by the president, electoral commissioner officer, the speaker, the SEC, commissioner. That does, that's why, sorry to say this, that's why sometimes the wise they will call us monkeys. Because we want to hold everything. We don't want to let other things go. This is very bad. And this shows how a weak leader is.
Okay, so any other thing before we finish this interview, because I'm interested, I still want a lot of things. Is there any other thing I've not asked you and I want you to say?
The other thing is about NAPSA. There's pension and NAPSA. Others will say the pension, they will get their benefits. Others they will say NAPSA. There is no difference between NAPSA and pension. Everyone is working. They have to get their benefits. And Moro Eagles is what we are pushing. It's not about you have 55 years, 65 years. When you work for 20 years, kindly get your benefits and go and employ other people. Not being like, not be whereby you are working 25, 30 years. When are you going to do your own things? Because the essence of becoming an employee is that you become an employer. The essence of being a civil servant is that you become what? You become a master at a later stage. These things are brooding what? Are breeding corruption. I'm 30 years at the workplace. You mean I'm not going to employ my children? So this is breeding corruption. This time you even find that we have the army general. All of his children are soldiers. You mean God created them to be soldiers? No.
Okay.
Not only that, there is no security in this country. People are stealing from us even during the day. Moro Eagles, we are going to have home guards. Police officers who will be working in our communities. That means even if we are there, we know the police, they are there guarding our things. Not this time whereby if they steal from you, you go to police, they say, go and see the neighborhood watch. As if we now have the Inspector General of Neighborhood Watch.
So how unique will be other institutions operating, the Zambia Police, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, or other things which people have complained in the past that, oh, this one, they are not really free, they are government controlled. Anything about that as Moro Igbo's party?
Yeah, in fact, we can use like two ways, like even for Moro Igbos. They can either be voted, but issues of something to do with the Inspector General, just the rank will usher him into that position. It's not about somebody being appointed.
Okay.
It's just the rank. But for Chief Justice, I think even the voting should be there, because those are serious jobs. For the army, we can't say we vote. No, we don't have a problem with the army. We will never have a problem with the army, with the ZNS, with the Air Force, with the Zambia army. We have lived well with them. In fact, there have been very, very minimal corruption in the defense force. We admire the discipline that has taken place. What is unique about also is the church, or the church being empowered. That's why we are saying us as Moro Igbos, pastors and church workers, that means even the praise team, they will be on the payroll. I'm a clergy, the pastor, I've known how we have suffered. We have been praying for the peace of this country. And I was even asking them the day we are doing the launching, and say, are the chiefs not our fathers? They said, yes, they are our fathers. Then I said, our pastors not our fathers? They said, they are our fathers. How come the chiefs are being paid, the pastors are not paid? So pastors will be paid. That is the highest calling. A pastor is actually higher than what? Higher than a president. A pastor is a father to a president. They have to be on the payroll, and that's when we are going to be blessed. Look at that now, there was no rain. Zesco wants rain. Zesco wants rain. Have you seen it? Even the mines, that copper, it belongs to God. These people, they are the ones who are closer to God. But they have been neglected. They start receiving these monuments. If they are happy, men of God, they are happy, we are going to receive blessings from Zambia, in Zambia. And within a short period of time, you find that diamond, because Angola, Botswana, and Libya, they are nearby, there is diamond. What will stop Zambia from having diamond? And I'm also appealing also to the Catholics. Catholics, they are also equally educated. They should not just be like that, the voice, we are the voice of the voiceless. No, they should come on board and help this country. They are competent and they have the experience. What keeps Catholic is not even the anointing that we have in Pentecostal. They have got a very good word, higher level administration standard. So we need them. Like I said, money from Copper Belt is not going to leave Copper Belt until life changes in the Copper Belt. We have Kasenseli mine in northwestern province. That money for Kasenseli should help people in Winilunga. Even tourism, we have Livingstone, Fuya and these other areas. Let that money help those same people. One thing that I think most Zambians don't like a lot, this is what I want to talk about. We have national reconciliation prayers. Why you don't have international reconciliation? Because you have been on UK like no man's business. They say you are a failure until you look for who to blame. And we've always been blaming UK. Have you seen it? We should also reconcile with UK. There's a lot we need to learn from UK. In fact,
like what?
What we did, like most of the, what can I say? Most of the big ones for mining, they were done by UK. UK knows the value of Zambia. So if they were closer to us than the way they had remote control, they would have been of good help. In fact, they have been there like pushing even for what? For corruption to come to an end. And putting in a lot of money. But we have people whereby they choose who to arrest. You say, go and arrest Lwando. How about this one? I kill that one. Have you seen it? Sure. Let us work together. And in fact, in future, this is my dream. Let's have a Chinese even in parliament. A Japanese is there, an American is there, you know, Africans, Indians, they are there with different breeds. So that even when we are thinking, we are coming up with something that is sound. Not you are in parliament, there's Mutale, Luvinda, Mwanza, you know, Tembo, and right. We can't go anywhere. That should come to an end.
Like, what about, don't you think that would temper with our national security? Do you
remember? National security, which national security? Chinese, they gave us the weapons. But when they came to Zambia, they said, don't allow them to enter the barracks. They are giving you weapons and they are training you. Then you say, they don't enter the barracks.
In the past, we had the PF, where PF had put in, had brought in Chinese to also work as Zambia police, whatever. What is your opinion about that in that case, where we had now the Chinese in the police uniform and they started working as police officers?
That's Cartoon Network. That's Cartoon Network. That's Cartoon Network. For Moro Eagles Party, in fact, we want to dollarize the salaries, even of teachers, of civil servants. Whereby right now they are getting around $262. Can you pay somebody $262? That is their money. So Moro Eagles want to dollarize it, maybe we push it to $400. So that even if there is inflation, he is going to be calculating his salary with what? With the dollar, the rate of the amount of money that is going to be paid, depending on how much a dollar is. Because they are increasing, every day they are increasing things because of what? Because of a dollar. So right now they are getting 6,000, 7,000. Where is this going to take to him?
Yeah.
You calculate it in dollars, it's 262. But previously, they even used to get around $350.
Yeah.
Way back even in MMD. This devolution of power we are doing, that connotes also, that means we are going to have the executive, you know, or let me say even the fiscal. That means even the money, the tax that is going to be collected, the money are going to be used in in provinces. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Going to be, that means even the market, we don't want water. We don't want water from Osaka coming to Eastern Province or to Northern Province. Even let me give an example of our companies like Trade Kings. We don't want them to cross our provinces. If they want their produce to be bought, they should start up our companies here, their companies here. Or else we are not going to buy their produce. We want companies here. We want when we buy their water, we are also being employed. Whatever food that we are buying from Lusaka, their companies, they have to be, so that will stop rural migration. Nobody will say, I finished school, I go to Lusaka. No. Jobs will be available right up here. We are going to have companies right up here. And for Moro Eagles, our number one is not the agriculture, our number one is mining. Want to set up mining in Luapola, Northern, that is the same belt with the Congo. Luapola, even Mapatisia. In Southern Province there is a mine called Mapatisia. Even here in Eastern Province we are going to have a mine. In these other provinces, including Western Province, that is our target. And the easiest way to pay our debts is just gold. When we mine, a lot of gold, we are going to pay back in a short period of time to pay the debt. And copper right now, there's the aspect of electric vehicles. Copper is used, and we have lithium in Zambia, also to be used for making electric vehicles, the batteries. So by the grace of God, we can even start producing batteries for electric vehicles by virtue of this same mining. It's the quickest. I don't know if you've been to Solwezi. Solwezi grew up in a short period of time simply because of copper mining. This agriculture, yes, where are they going to sell? Agriculture, there is no market. We never have the market. Copper, we already have the market. In the mining sector, we already have the market. Even this fertilizer we are talking about to give them, the money will come from the copper.
Now let me ask you this question. Now that so the 2026 elections are around the corner. Anyway, we still have about 3 years or 2.5. I don't know how many years. 2026. This is 2024. So can you proudly say that in the year 2026 you are going to also participate?
Yes, participate. Even confidently speaking, even the chances of winning are very high. I've lived in Lusaka. We used to live in Lusaka together with you. He ran away from Lusaka.
Okay.
Life was difficult. What was the major challenge that was in Lusaka? It was transport and accommodation. I know what they are passing through like in big cities. That's why I say, Moro Eagles, we are going to reduce rentals up to 40%. Some houses they're paying 5,000, small houses, 5,000, 7,000. As if it's on mortgage. When you pay for a certain period of time, then that house is going to be yours. Everything. So we are going to reduce rentals. That's why for Moro Eagles, there are certain things we are going to avoid. We are going to have price control, more especially accommodation. We are going to have price control on accommodation. And even transport, we are going to reduce the transportation costs in big cities. That's their major challenge. On that one is not a joking matter. The rentals has to go down.
Yeah.
That has been like a daylight robbery.
Okay, I think we have been speaking. I want you to wrap up our chat now. Since this is the first one, I'm hoping to come back soon, or when you come to Lusaka, we meet again.
Okay, wrapping up, I'm just like appealing to my fellow pastors and brothers and sisters. For how long? I'm using the word, I'm not supposed to use this word, but I have to use it because this is what has been happening. For how long are we going to be ruled by people who have got no love even for this nation? The Bible says, if the righteous rule, people rejoice. And again, the Bible says, look for judges, them that fear God. This time you just see somebody is arrested with 2 chickens, is taken to prison for 2-3 years. Another one will store a lot of money, then they just say, just bring the money. Just bring the money, then you are going to be free. Have you seen it? That's selective justice. We need judges, them that fear God. That is as for moral egos. And why are we saying we give houses to the people of Zambia? Again, we are using Joshua chapter 1 verse 6. God told Joshua to give an inheritance to the children of Israel. Zambians, they were never given that privilege, except for Chiluba. He had given other people, they were sold houses as 10 kwacha.
Yes.
And I'm coming from the same place where Chiluba is coming from. There is no greedy. We are people who love sharing. Giving, like in my case, giving is part of my life. So what we are saying is not about cheating. Chiluba said, when he was showing them, have you seen what is this? He said, this is mealie meal. He said, when I become a president, nobody will queue for mealie meal. When I become a president, what is this? This is sugar. When I become a president, nobody's going to queue for sugar. He took again salad and said, what is this? This is salad. When I become a president, nobody is going to queue for salad, even for transport. How many are queuing for these things? Was it a lie? No.
Came to pass.
Yes, even us, we are bringing cement, we are bringing the iron sheets and somebody to build. We are just appealing to you, you help us with the bricks and with the blocks. And the job is going to be done. Because we don't want you to be called you are a Zambian and only what you have is an NRC. No. At least you have got something to show.
Okay, I think we have spoken, guys, here in Petauke. What can I say? I want to thank Mr. Kelvin Lwando so much, the president of the Moral Eagles Party. I think this is where we end today's chat with him. I'm hoping to catch him in the nearest future, as he gathers momentum for his party. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure talking to you in Petauke.
Thanks too. I really appreciate.
Okay then, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.